What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and let's take on the Bo Sox.
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
Welcome back to the Orioles franchise rebuild in MLB The Show 19. So I know that the Show 20 is now out, and we'll probably just transfer this franchise over to that one because one of the good things about the show is they allow you to do that. But I think going forward after that, every new show that comes out, I might restart the franchise. We'll see how it goes because I kind of want to get through a year per month of videos and episodes. So that might be the better way. But let's talk about the 2020 Orioles. So we won 3 out of 4. We watched them lose on opening day, but they ended up coming back and winning 3 straight against the Oakland A's. Edebrey Ramos has been terrific. He's already 2-0. Gibbons has 2 saves. Arcia's hitting over 500. This team is exciting. I absolutely love it. We are currently in second place right now since the Red Sox decided to sweep the Blue Jays as their opening day series. And we are tied with the Yankees. So probably going forward, we are probably going to showcase the Red Sox or the Yankees series down here in mid-April to really see who's in first place. If we drop to third place, I'll still figure out whoever's in the AL East lead, and that's the one that we are going to showcase. So what we need to do is sim all the way there, but we're going to do it one at a time. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to drag it out a little bit. Also, if you guys want any hints or tips at scouting, if you check out my first or second episode in this series, I do go over the way that I scout. I'm going to kind of cut it out this year because it is a little bit time consuming. So we're just going to constantly go over sim, talk about the game a little bit, and so on and so forth. So our first game here is against the Los Angeles Angels, who are 4-2, and actually they beat Oakland 2-0 in the international opening series. So they were 2-2 in their first series, so not too shabby. But we got Barrera, who has a 1.8 ERA, and then Eshelman, who is our dark horse here in our rotation. Let's see if we can get a win. We do get a win as Eshelman pitches 6 innings. The man has a 1.5 ERA. We win 5-1. That is terrific. So let's go to the next game here. We got Gibson, who wasn't really pinpoint sharp in his first game against the A's, against Mike Leake, who pitched 8 innings, 2.25 ERA. Can we get another win against the Angels? We don't. We lose 6-3 as Gibson again gets hammered. And Shohei Ohtani actually got the win. So let's go to April as we start the season 4-2. I mean, not too shabby. And we have the Angels again here. We got Griffin Canning, who pitched 5 innings against John Means, who really got rocked in his first start. Luckily, our bullpen has been on point. Let's get a win here, fellas. We do not. Means gets blown up again. And Griffin Canning kind of pitched a little bit perfect. So the Angels lead the series 2-1. Let's see if we can earn a split here with Gabriel Ynoa versus Dylan Peters. We do. Ynoa has now pitched 16 scoreless innings. He's 2-0 as we kind of lit up Dylan Peters a little bit there. So let's jump into the next series against the Giants. We have Johnny Cueto going against Aaron Brooks. 5.4 versus 2.8. Let's get this win again. Michael Pineda has he has a broken nail. He will be out a day or two. We're just going to keep him active in the AAA area. We end up losing 3-1 to the Giants. Cueto pretty much had it on. Brooks again, steady as can be. He's now 0-1. All right, let's see if we can take game 2. It's Samardzija versus Eshelman. Eshelman, my man, come on, buddy. Pineda auto-utilize. So we do get the win again, as Eshelman is now 2-0 with a 1.32 ERA. This guy has come from nowhere. I absolutely love it as we rock up Samardzija a little bit. So are we able to take this series from the Giants? Let's see here, game 3. We have Gibson back on the mound against Sean Anderson. Gibson really needs a good showing here with that 8.59 ERA is not going to do it. Let's see. We lose 4-3. Castro ends up getting the loss and Reyes Maranta ends up getting the win. So we do have an off day here, but we have a game against Tampa Bay, which is 5-6. We got Tyler Glasnow, 3.18 ERA against John Means, who really needs to get his ERA down as well. Let's see if we can get a win. We do. We actually hammer Glasnow. We win 9-0. Means very nice game. Got his ERA down, so that is perfect. So we have another off day. We'll skip. And now we got Tampa again. Obviously, Yanni Chirinos is going against Gabriel Ynoa, who still hasn't given up a run yet. Come on, Ynoa, dominate, baby. Looks like he actually gave up a run, but in 22 innings, he has a .82 ERA and a 3-0. That is huge. He is delivering. Alright, so let's get into the next game against Toronto. It is Nate Pearson with his 7.71 ERA versus Aaron Brooks in a 3.65. We lose 6-2 as Pearson pretty much dominated us. Brooks, a little rusty there. Alright, so let's jump into the next one. We got Sean Reed Foley in his 7.45 ERA versus Eshelman in his 1.32. We get hammered. Eshelman got destroyed against the Blue Jays. We now have lost 2 straight. We'll see what happens. All right, let's jump into the next one. We got Kyle Gibson in a 6.08 ERA versus Ryan Barecki, 0-1. Come on, Gibby, we need you here, buddy. We win 3-1. A good game for Kyle Gibson. That's awesome. As we hit around Barecki a little bit. So we got the Blue Jays again. Are we able to split this series against a 4-12 team? We got Means on the mound versus Pannoni. We do not. We lose 3 out of 4 to the 5-12 Blue Jays, as Means will get the loss and Gaviglio actually gets the win. So we are going to showcase one of the Boston games because they are in first place in the AL East, as we are now third. They have a 10-5 record. We have Sale versus Ynoa, which might be a good one to watch. And then we got Brooks versus Eduardo Rodriguez. We are going to showcase the game Ynoa versus Sale. I mean, Ynoa has 22 innings pitched, a .82 ERA, going against the ace of the Boston Red Sox. So that's the game that we are going to jump into as we watch Chris Sale, the ace of the Red Sox and the first place Red Sox, versus Gabriel Ynoa, who has come out of nowhere. So let's jump into the action and listen to MLB The Show 19's announcers with the call.
Into its second century, but still one of the best around, Fenway Park here in Boston. We've got an AL East contest tonight between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. 2 great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Chris Sale gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Thanks, Matt. Chris Sale, you're talking about one of the premier pitchers in the game of baseball. Big fastball, 95 to 98 miles an hour. Wipe out slider.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, a lot of this offense runs through the Moose, Mike Moustakas. Last season, he had over 110 RBIs. That's an RBI machine. When you're driving in over 100, That's really special, and you are doing some big things.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will kick up against the wall near the Red Sox bullpen. And he'll pull into second with one away.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that's going to get down out there. And he's safe.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Devers takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down. Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Orioles strand a couple. Orioles 0, Sox coming to the plate. You're watching MLB Network. Gabriel Ynoa gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's not too hard to figure out why this guy's one of the top pitchers having a big year. Look at that ERA, sub 1.0 ERA on the season. He's been nearly untouchable up to this point.
Another full count pitch on its way. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
With it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Hit sharply toward the right side. Now a reach, and he takes a tumble here, but hangs on for the first out. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Rafael Devers in this one. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Calling for it, Riddle. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. This will kick up against the wall now. Betts rounds 3rd and is digging for the plate. And the Red Sox are off to a 1-0 lead.
Well, with 2 away, the man on first, he was moving on contact, and he got a great jump and comes all the way around the score on that double. Always nice to snag the early lead, and they've done it here.
Chopped toward the second baseman. VR is up with it, and the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Red Sox strike for a run on the RBI double. 2nd inning coming up, and Boston has the early 1-0 lead. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
To handle.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Pitch is popped up. Chavis is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2. The 1-1. Line towards center field. Bradley will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They're down 1-0. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Wilkerson has a beat on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. Working for the punch out and the offering. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it is Benintendi, and that's the first out of the inning. And with one away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play. Hard hit toward the hole. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box, Steve Wilkerson. In there, now the throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Here now the 2-2. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Bradley comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for route number 2. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Orioles strand a couple. They trail this one 1-0. The 1-2. Swinging a soft liner. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
Find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Mancini is there, 2 down. Line to the right side. And that gets over the wall now, but both runners will score anyway.
There's an interesting play right there. Base open. They elect to pitch to him. And what does he do? He hits a ground rule double, which forces the run from second and third to come.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And the 32nd pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. The Red Sox lead it 3-0. Hit hard right back up the middle, and he's got a leadoff single.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job. Ripped toward the gap in right.
And this will kick up against the wall near the Red Sox bullpen. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Yeah, they've been stymied so far on this one, but they've strung together a couple hits and are poised to finally break through. A base hit to the outfield, and we've got the makings of something special working here.
The 0-1 pitch. And there's a base hit on the line. And the second run is across to make this a 3-2 ball game now.
That's a grind pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate, and this batter's able to bite and keep his hands inside this baseball and drive it for a knock. Impressive.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Sliders strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. And he will crash into the wall, but hold on to it there for the final out of the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. The 2-2 one more time. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. First pitch on its way. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? Gone! A solo shot off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. Second home run early in the year, and it moves the Red Sox out to a 4-2 lead.
This is the first home run of the game, but the bats are definitely alive for both teams tonight. There have been a ton of hits already. These pitchers might want to duck and cover if things continue this way.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And this one will bounce into the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Here's Mookie Betts. And this one's in the dirt. Throw goes to third, and he nails him at third. Great throw. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, this has been a tough one for him so far, D-Roll. 7th hit of the game already. They're really making him work.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. As Dustin Pedroia says, it's a laser show out there.
From the stretch. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. It's Jackie Bradley Jr. who hits the jackpot with this big swing. We played 4. It's now 4-2 Boston.
High out of the strike zone. It's obviously easy to take that one.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
We play inning number 5. towards second. And that's the second out. On the ground for the shortstop, Bogarts. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Still down by a count of 4-2. The swing by Martinez, and this is driven to left. Nunez ranging back. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. And the Red Sox have something going. It's a leadoff double.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Dylan Tate enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 55, Dylan Tate.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
In now, Rafael Devers. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Calling for it, Nunez. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Good slider down and away right here.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Nunez has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Red Sox leave 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hard liner to center field. Bradley is there, and he has it for the first out. Here it comes, 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
The 3-1 pitch. Here's the 2-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
Down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. They trail it here 4-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
May end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency 1 time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a 2nd time, and
he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play, and a big mistake there.
Well, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
The 2-2 lifted down the line in left. Nunez over to his right. 2 down. Line drive to left. And that will get down out there. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen.
Ready with the 0-1. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. And it's off the green monster. Betts blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4.
And that just pains a pitcher. They're already giving up a run in the inning, and he has 2 outs, almost out of trouble, but then serves up a mistake. The runner busted around the bases to score from first, and the hitter is in scoring position on second.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to the right. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. 7th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Orioles 2.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
This is line to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit, making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good, and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody has got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
Brandon Workman comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out.
Brandon Workman.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
His last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground.
And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 6-3 contest.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, D-Row. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base it.
The 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. In to score, the runner from third.
It's the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
The 1-0 home. Popped him up. Travis is there for it. And that's the second out of the inning. Now the 2-1. Drives it out to deep right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. They'll get up and stretch here at Fenway. The Red Sox are out in front, 6-4. Edubray Ramos gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Edubray Ramos.
Another full count offering on its way, and that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now the 3-0 offering, and he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. So now 2 men in scoring position. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout. set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. And the runner scores from 3rd as they extend their lead. That makes it 7-4.
Hey, D-Row, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be.
On a rope to the second baseman. Ready with the 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Riddle on the move. And he makes the catch as just the 1 run comes across in the inning. Red Sox settle for just the 1. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Boston's out in front 7-4. Ryan Brazier has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 70.
He'll try it again, 3-2. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember.
The way you call it, somebody doesn't like it, but hey, that's the life of an umpire.
High in the air out to center field. Bradley is there, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Popped him up. Chavis is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Sean Kelly will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season.
Number 27, Sean.
He pulls this one into right. Wilkerson is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single.
Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. The relay. Throw won't get him.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Trying to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. Yes.
Shoots this one over to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from 3rd is in to score.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I'd say those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there.
Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first. And with first base open, it looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and 2 men gone. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. Red Sox settle for just the 1. We've played 8 full. The Red Sox lead it 8-4. Heath Hembry comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Heath Hembry.
The 0-2 once more. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window.
This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Belted high and deep into right center. Ranging back is Bradley to the track, to the wall. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. solo shot to right center. Fourth home run here in the early going, as it's now an 8-5 ball game.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got. A really bad result.
Matt Barnes takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Baltimore down to their final strike. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas. 6th home run on the season for him as they cut it to an 8-6 ball game.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Baltimore, good night.
You want a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
8-6 the final score tonight. The Boston Red Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chris Sale notches his 3rd win of the year. Gabriel Ynoa was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
So we end up losing 8-6. Our offense was actually there. We did get 11 hits. 4 of them came from Mancini, who added 2 RBIs. Alberto had 2 RBIs. Encarnacion and Moustakas also had 1 home runs from Moustakas and Mancini. Did have Moustakas had an error. Villar had a stolen base. It's just our pitching, just wasn't there this time. Maybe I jinxed him, I don't know, but that's a really good hitting team in Boston and why they're first in the AL East. For Boston, on the other hand, Betts had 3 hits, Bradley Jr. had 3 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 RBIs for Rafael Devers, home run by Bradley Jr., Betts had a stolen base, Sale pitched 6 strong innings, gave up 4 earned runs, struck out 8, and then the bullpen pretty much held us down. Our bullpen kind of little lackluster this game. So we dropped to 9-9. Again, just didn't have the game. But we do have an opportunity to split the series against Eduardo Rodriguez and the same Red Sox as we put Aaron Brooks on the mound. Let's see if we can split. We do not. Brooks got dismantled again. Eduardo had a pretty good game. So we do have a bye day next, but we're going against the New York Yankees, who are 2nd in the AL East. We got Eshelman on the mound and Tanaka. I'm not super worried about Eshelman. He's had 1 bad game. He's got 2 quality starts out of 3 of them. So let's see if he can get a win against the Bronx Bombers. He does not, and he gets lit up again. This could be devastating. All right, to the next game, we got Severino going against Kyle Gibson. Pretty equal ERAs. Hopefully Kyle can get us off this losing snide, which is now 4 straight and 6 out of our last 7. We do. The Astros are interested in the trade. Let's see what they got. So they want to give us Brad Peacock, which our bullpen has kind of been pretty good, for Chris Bostic. That's going to be a no on my end, so we will skip that. So we end up winning 3-2 as Edebrey Ramos has been dominating again. and Trevor Rosenthal will get the loss. So let's see if we can get another win here. We got Means going against Paxton. We do not. We lose again. Looks like Michael Gibbons may have blown a save there, which is a shame, as Betances will get the win. Next, we have a 4-game series against Cleveland, as we have dropped 3 straight series all of a sudden. We do have Mike Clevenger going against Gabriel Yanoa. Pretty equal ERAs. Hopefully Yanoa can recover. We do get the win, but it's actually Sean Kelly that gets the win, and Zach Plesac gets the loss. Okay, we go for 2 straight wins here. We got Brooks on the mound versus Shane Not That Bieber. See if we can get our 2nd straight win. We do. Castro actually ends up getting the win as Tyler Olson gets the loss. And see if we can get now a series win against Danny Salazar as we put Thomas Eshelman back on the mound. We do. Sean Kelly gets another win as he's lowering his ERA. Adam Simber will get the loss. And now we go for the series sweep. We have Kyle Gibson on the mound against Corey Kluber. This should be an interesting matchup. We end up losing, but we did take the series. We won 3 out of 4 as Gibson will get his 3rd loss of the year. Kluber will get his 2nd win. And next series, we are staying home against the New York Yankees as we got Severino versus Means. We lose 3-0. We are losing our grasp on that 3rd place AL East so far, but Severino with the win. Means gets saddened with his 3rd loss, but a 3.68 ERA is pretty solid. All right, let's see if we can at least get a victory here against James Paxton and those same Yankees as we toss out Yanoa. We lose again, and this time Blyer is saddened with the loss and Rosenthal gets the win. Are we able to salvage this series and at least get 1 win? We're going against Domingo Herman as we toss out Aaron Brooks. Let's do it. Let's get 1 out of these 3. We do. We win 8-1 as Aaron Brooks will get his 1st victory of the year and Herman will lose his 2nd. And we stay home against the Angels as we split the series in Los Angeles. Hopefully we're able to get 2 out of 3, hopefully get a series win here. We got Eshelman back on the mound against Berea. Let's see what happens. We do get the win. Eshelman will get his 3rd win as he finally lowers his ERA after 2 tough outings, and Berea will be saddened with the loss. So now we are at 500, and hopefully we're able to take game 2 against the Angels and against Mike Leake as we toss out Kyle Gibson once again. Let's do it. All right, we have ourselves a series win again. All right, that's 2 of the last 3 as Kelly will get his 3rd win and Bendrosian will get his 1st loss. Now we go for the series sweep here as we toss out John Means and his 1-3 record versus Griffin Canning. And Sergio Fiera has dislocated his ankle. He is out for over 6 months. Oh no. 60-day DL, and we lost. So bad news on top of each other as Means will be saddened with his 4th loss. Canning will have his 4th win. We were able to win 2 out of 3 against the Angels, and now we head to Minnesota to take on Jose Berrios and his 3.2, 2.61 ERA as we toss out Gabriel Yanoa 3-1 with a 2.84 ERA. So we ended up getting the win 6-3 against the very good Minnesota Twins, as Yanoa will now have his 4th win on the season, now with a great 3.00 ERA. But now, since it's the end of the month, we are going to do a little overcap. So the Orioles right now are 3rd in the AL East with a 17-16 record as the Blue Jays are sneaking up on them, and the Yankees and Red Sox are putting a little bit of distance. AAA, we are 3rd in the National League South as we are 13-15. And AA, Bay Sox are 15-10, 2nd place in the Eastern League Western. So taking a look after the little bit over a month stats, we got VR hitting 267, Dwight Smith's hitting 287, Mancini is still being the superstar, Encarnacion is scaring me a little bit, but he has had 5 home runs. He only had 1 during that Red Sox series, so he's starting to heat up a little bit. Moustakas 246 with 8 dingers. Riddle hitting just 204. Arcia's hitting 284. I love it. Cisco 202. Stewart at 235. Severino has like 2 hits and 35 at-bats. And we are actually going to put him on the trading block after this month and see if we get any offers for him. Steve Wilkerson is hitting 289. That's pretty good in 38 at-bats. Nunez is hitting 286 with a dinger. And Alberto hitting 245 with a home run. Rotation-wise, this is where we're struggling a little bit. So Gibson has recovered after his rough start. He is 1-3, 3.63 ERA. John Means still kind of struggling here. He's 1-4, 4.39 ERA. Yanoa has been our pleasant surprise. He's 4-1, 3 ERA. He's just looking stronger and stronger every time he goes out. Aaron Brooks is 1-3 with a 4.89. Thomas Eshelman starting to kind of look like the 69 overall that he is. 3-2 with a 6.27. Our bullpen, on the other hand, which was great at the very beginning. Tate has a 3.63 ERA. Hunter has a 3.1 ERA. Edebray with a 3.1. Sean Kelly getting a little roughed up with a 5.7. But he is 3-0, so that's okay. Blyer has a 2.84. Castro has a 1.04. And Givens has a 1.74. Check out his saves. He's 10 of 11 in saves so far. So not bad so far from the bullpen. The starting rotation is really what's kind of holding us back a little bit. Nothing has moved after the first month, but there are some candidates to get demoted and some candidates to get promoted. So we have our second game in our 4-game set here with Minnesota. We got Odorizzi on the mound, who's having a great year so far against Aaron Brooks, who again is showing what we pretty much knew all along. So let's see if we can get a win. Cedric Mullins has sustained. He'll be out for a few days. We're going to keep him active. And we do get the win as Cishek will get the loss. Edebray Ramos, 2.93, 4-0 so far. So let's see if we can get the 3rd win out of this series and take the series. We have Cole Stewart with his 1-1 record versus Tom Eshelman. Let's see if Eshelman can actually deliver again here. And a 12-8 loss. Eshelman has gotten rocked again. Sean Poppin with the win. However, when we get back to Baltimore, it looks like Eshelman's time in the majors is going to be over. So let's get to the 4th game here. We got Kyle Gibson versus Steven Gonsalves, who's actually doing pretty well this year, 2-0. Gibson, we need this win. We don't want to split. Ooh, we won big, 13-4. Gibby will have his 2nd win on the year. We gave Gonsalves his 1st loss. Now we head to Toronto, and we got Ryan Boricki on the mound in his 1-2 record, going against John Means. Now remember, the Blue Jays whooped us up in their first series that we had together. So why don't we take all 3 of these? Let's go for a series sweep. We win the first one, as Means will get his 2nd win, and we give Boricki his 3rd loss. So let's head into the 2nd game. We have Thomas Pannoni versus Gabriel Yanoa. Again, our bright spot in our rotation so far. And we're going to auto-utilize him. Yanoa will actually get the loss. We lost 2-1. Gaviglioa actually got the win. But 2.94 ERA for Yanoa so far. That's pretty awesome. So we can't get the sweep, but we can get a series win. We need to beat Trent Thornton in his 0-3 record. We need Aaron Brooks to step up. Let's do it. We do. We take 2 out of 3 in Toronto, which was definitely needed. Dylan Tate will get his 1st win of the year, and Buddy Boshears will actually get the loss. So we are heading back to Baltimore in our next series here, as we got Frankie Montas and his 1-2 record, And look who's back. It's Michael Pineda. Really great AAA stats so far. Hopefully he's able to take over for Eshelman and get some W's here. Let's see here in the first game. Let me fix that. Thank you. We do get the win 10-4. Dylan Tate will get his second win of the year as Jake Diekman will take his second loss. Ooh, that is ugly ERA, my friend. Alright, so we're heading into the second game of the series. We have Sean Manaea, who absolutely just dominated us in the opening day game. 3-3, 2.55 ERA. We are tossing out again Kyle Gibby. Let's see if he can get us a second victory in the series. He does not. Manaea again puts us down. He's now 4-3 as Gibby will drop to 2-4, but he still has a solid 3.69 ERA. And now we head into the rubber game. We have Tanner Rourke, who is 3-2 with a 3.88 ERA going against John Means, who's been pretty much lighting it up lately. So let's see if we can get this series win. We do not. And Walker Jean is now injured. So Tommy Hunter will actually get the first loss of the season for him. Jake Diekman, the guy with the terrible ERA, will get a win for the A's. We have an off day here, but we are letting Arizona come visit us with their 14-28 record. They have Corbin Martin on the mound, 3-2 record, 2.27 ERA. We're tossing out our ace right now, Gabriel Yanoa. We need pretty much both of these wins. Let's do it. Ooh, we got a trade offer, eh? They want to give us Steven Matz for Gustavo Sandoval. And Matz is hurt. How? 1 to 6 days. I mean, he could be somebody that we could ultimately look at. But going away from our future, I don't think it's necessary. We're going to decline. But we do get the win as Hunter, after just getting his first loss, gets his first win. And Hirano will get his third loss of the year. And we jump into game 2 here as we got Zach Gallen, who is 0-6 with a terrible ERA going against Aaron Brooks, 1-3 with a 5.09. Can we get the series sweep? Richie Martin is injured. Keep him active. We do get the series sweep as Aaron Brooks will get his second win of the year. Gallen will drop to 0-7. As we have open day here, we will now let Texas come visit us in their 24-20 record. Should be a pretty good game here as we have the same records. We do have Lance Lynn, who is 0-2 with a 4.43. And Pineda's first start wasn't the best, 5 2/3, 6.35 ERA. Hopefully he's able to turn it around. Let's see what happens. We win 9-0. Pineda now 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA. My man, he just went on it. Jumping into the second game, we have Mike Minor versus Kyle Gibby. Gibby, I need you to have your third win here as Minor going off 6-1. And he has a 3.66 ERA. Texas scoring some runs. Let's see. We lose 2-1. So Minor will get his 7th win of the season already. Gibby will drop on his 5th game of the year. And now we are jumping into the rubber game here as we have Ariel Jurado, 4-1 with a 3.92, going against John Means, who's 2-4 with a 3.71. Can we take this series? We do not. Richie Martin is no longer injured. So we end up losing 11-10. Good grief. And Hunter will get his second loss of the year, and Edison Volquez will get his third win. So I'm a little disappointed that we lost the series to the Rangers, but now we head to Tampa to take on the 19-27 Rays. We are going against Tyler Glasnow as we toss out Gabriel Yanoa. And Gohara is injured. That's great. And we end up losing 7-6 as Tate will take his first loss of the year, and Colin Posh will actually get his first win of the year. Jumping into game 2 here, we are going against Blake Snell as we toss out Aaron Brooks. we actually ended up getting hammered. Grief. And the Mariners want to give us a trade offer here. It is Ricardo Sanchez. They want Edwin. No dice. Thanks for trying though. So we lose 10-1. Good grief. Charlie Morton will get the win as Kelly will get his first loss. I don't really know what we're doing against the AL East. This is another bad team, a bad record, and we just can't beat them. But hopefully we can get these next two and split the series. We got Chiernos on the mound versus Pineda. And Maxwell is still going to be hurt. Let's keep him there. We do not. We lose 5-3. Pineda now 1-1 with a 4.19. Chiernos will get his 5th win of the year. So we need this one to stay from getting swept by Tampa Bay. We got Ryan Yarbrough versus Kyle Gibson. And we get swept by the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, that is ugly. We have now lost 6 straight games. Not good. Gibson will get his 6th loss. Yarbrough will get his 3rd win. Now we head to Texas to take on the 27-24 Rangers, as we are now below 500 for the first time all year. The Rangers took 2 of 3 in Baltimore. We got Colby Allard against John Means. Let's stop the skid. We do not. Matt Bush will get his 4th win of the year, and Sean Kelly will get his 2nd loss as his ERA is starting to balloon. Let's get into the second game against Ariel Jurado. We're tossing out Gabriel Yanoa. Come on, guys. We need to win these last 2. We need this series win. We do win game 2, which is great. Givens actually gets the win, as Matt Bush will get the loss. Now we are jumping into the rubber game. Hopefully we can win this series against the Rangers. We are tossing out Aaron Brooks versus Adrian Sampson. We do get a 6-0 win, as Brooks has brought his ERA down to a 3.78 and got his 3rd win. Sampson will get his 8th loss. Now we head back home to face the 20-32 White Sox. Jordan Lyles on the mound, 2-4 against Michael Pineda. We get another win. We have now riddled off 3 straight wins, as Pineda is now 2-1 with a 3.76. Lyles will get his 5th loss. Jumping into game 2 here, we have Dylan Cease, who is 1-5 against Kyle Gibson, who's 2-6 with a 4.04 ERA. I need that under 4, Gibby. We lose 2-1. Kelvin Herrera will get the win. Givens will get the loss. I'm assuming that it could be a blown save. Now jumping into the rubber game, we are going against Lucas Giolito as we toss out John Means and his sub-4 ERA. Come on, guys, we need another series win. We do. We win 4-3, as Means now has his 3rd win. Giolito with his 8th loss. Now we head to Boston as we face Eduardo Rodriguez. In the first place, 35-21 Boston Red Sox. We will toss out Yanoa again, who ended up getting hammered by him. But hopefully we can turn the tide here. Let's get a win. We lose 3-1. Very good showing by Yanoa, but a better showing by Eduardo, who now has a 6-1 record. Jumping into game 2 in this 4-game set, we are going against David Price and his 7-1 record and 2.74 ERA. And we're tossing out Aaron Brooks. Come on, guys, we need a win. We do win, holy crap, 3-2. Sean Kelly with his 4th win. Marcus Walden will get the loss. Going into the 3rd game and taking series control, Rick Porcello 5-3, 3.16 against Michael Pineda and his 2-1, 3.76 record. Let's see what happens. Hate when it jumps like that. We end up winning 9-2. Pineda is now 3-1 with a 3.15 ERA. Why did I ever put him in the minors? What a dumb GM move. and he beats Porcello, as Porcello will now have his 4th loss of the year. Now we are jumping into the 4th game of the series and the final one of this episode as we go against Hernandez, who is 2-6 with a 5.21 ERA. We're sending out our ace, Kyle Gibson, who's 2-6, 3.58. Can we finish up the month on a winning streak? Bautista is hurt. We're going to keep him active. We lose 13-5. That offense is something serious over there in Boston. So Gibson will now be 2-7. Taking a look at the next month's stats. So VR here, 239, 3 home runs. Not looking too great. Dwight Smith, 275 with 6 dingers. Trey Mancini is hitting 351, 15 home runs in 2 months. I love it. Edwin Encarnacion hitting 231 with 9 home runs. He's starting to pick it up a little bit. Moustakas 244 with 13 home runs. He's probably going to have another 30 home run season. I like it. Riddle 237, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. Arcia's hitting 282 with 5 dingers. Chance Cisco hitting 214 with 2 home runs. DJ Stewart hitting 241 with 7 home runs. Severino batting that hot 173 with 3 home runs. Stevie Wilkerson 267, 2 dingers. Nunez hitting 305 with 4 home runs. Hanser Alberto 264 with 3 home runs. Pitching side, Kyle Gibson 2-7, 4.24 ERA. Not quite what I was looking for from him. John Means is 3-4 with a sub-4 ERA as well. Gabriel Yanoa, our star so far of this episode, he's 4-3, 3.84 ERA. Aaron Brooks is 3-3 with a 3.72. And Michael Pineda, getting called up from AAA, is 3-1 with a 3.15 ERA. Dylan Tate in the long roll, he's 2-1, 4.5. Tommy Hunter, 1-2 with a 3.06. Edebrey Ramos, 4-0, 5.33 ERA. He's getting jacked up a little bit. Sean Kelly, 4-2, 5.35. So our bullpen, which was a strength, is struggling a little bit here. Lyer has a 1.46. Castro has a 2.8. Michael Givens has a 2.84, 1-2 record. And 17 out of 20 saves, so not too shabby for him. Now it's time for the minor league report. So Richie Martin's hitting 223, 3 home runs. RD Navarro 265 with 3. Santander's hitting over 300. Rio Ruiz kind of struggle busting it all day. Yusniel Diaz has moved his average up to 275 with 5 home runs. Mountcastle's starting to get it together, 221 with 4. Cedric Mullins is starting to kind of fade again, 232, 4 home runs. Angel Vielma, who's actually playing for the injured Walker Jean, hitting 168, 2 home runs. Austin Wynns hitting 192 with 3 home runs. When is your bat ever going to come around, man? Bostic hitting over 303 home runs. Brett Cumberland 195. Walker Jean 244 with a home run. Anderson Feliz has come back to earth hitting 257 with 4 home runs. And for the pitchers, Dylan Bundy's starting to heat up a little bit here. He's 4-3 with 3.74. Eshelman is 1-1 with 3.13. Ty Block is 5-5 with a 1.77. He might get the next call up depending on our pitchers right now. David Hess 3-4 with a 2.54. Josh Rogers 3-4 with a 4.05. He's probably about to be sent down to AA. He's just not really performing. Blaine Knight 0-5 with a 3.64. His ERA is decent. Wins-loss, it is what it is. Hunter Harvey starting to step up a little bit with his 3.38 ERA. Paul Fry is getting dismantled, but only in 4 innings pitched. Klein has a 2.7. Evan Phillips has a 1.47. Gil Martin 3.38. And Tanner Scott 2.91. Bowie Bay Sox time. It's Cole Billingsley hitting 291, 6 home runs because of Bautista being hurt. He's been looking really good. He's C potential, 64 overall, 25. This guy can hit, so he might end up making it up to AAA at some point. Austin Hayes, 239, 3 home runs. Not too great in AA there, buddy. Robert Hinckley's actually under 300 now, but 295 with 6 home runs. Adley Rutschman got his first home run. He's hitting 283. Logan Wyatt kind of dropped off a little bit, 245 with a home run. Gustavo Sandoval hitting 291, 9 home runs, looking like a possible third baseman of the future. Caden Grenier, 203, 3 home runs. He's got a ways to make up. Ryan Heimer's 258 with 1 home run. Devlin Granberg, 255 with a home run. Jesmil Valentin, 261 with a dinger. Dave Dissian, who came up from Class A because of an injury. He's hitting 200 with a home run. Bruce Maxwell, coming back from his injuries, hitting 308 with 7 RBIs. And Bautista, who ended up getting hurt, hitting 253 with a home run. And for the pitchers, Grayson Rodriguez actually raised his ERA to 2.13. He's 3-2. He's probably going to get a call up to AAA probably this month. Luis Ortiz is struggling. He's 3-4, 5.06. Chandler Shepard is actually now in the rotation instead of Raul Alcantara. He's 2-3 with a 4.1. Luis Gohara, he's kind of got hit around this month. He's 6-2 with a 3.79 ERA. DL Hall's starting to bring his ERA down. He's 2-2 with a 4.45. Raul Alcantara, you need to be back into the rotation, my friends. You are 4-3 with a 3.28, so he's looking pretty sharp as well. Yacobonis still looking good. Rumbelo's looking much better. Carroll's looking great. Arajo's actually got ballooned up there. He's now at a 3.52. Jose Mesa, I think you pretty much had the same ERA when I checked on you last month. And Michael Baumann with a 2.11 ERA. We do have 2 guys on the IL currently. We already talked about Orlando Bautista, but Sergio Fiera was actually our shortstop in Bowie. He's got a potential 60 overall. He was actually doing very well. He hit 303 with 2 home runs, 10 RBIs before he dislocated his ankle and pretty much ended his season. So that's where we're going to wrap up this episode. We got through 2 months. The Orioles, we're in 3rd place. We're 31-30. We are on the brink. We're 6.5 out. The hard-charging Rays, however, are right on our heels. They're in 4th place. So we are battling each and every day. We can't seem to catch up to the Red Sox because they're just that good. But when we come back, we will do the draft. We will also get our All-Stars. We will progress 2 more months and see if we can't stay in the race for the playoffs. I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that win overtime. I've been working, now I'm back at it again. Now we finished what you thought that was